Alrighty, fellas. Good morning, good morning. Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski. Welcome to your PokeMMO stream recap. We just did like 30 minutes of riffing and talking to chat before we even started the stream recap today. Sometimes that's just a vibe, man. If you want to see unedited, full-length content, full yapping sessions, we talk about all sorts of topics, not just PokeMMO. Come check out the live streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET over on Twitch and YouTube. If you enjoyed today's stream recap, make sure to like it. It helps me a lot. Subscribe. We're about to hit 75,000 subscribers, which is really crazy. It's something that like it's just hard to I won't comprehend it or really process it until I'm like 80 years old. You know, that's when I'll finally look back and be like, wow, that's insane. The PokeMMO community evolved into such a beautiful, large, community. But let's get to what you're here for, your daily news, your tips, your tricks, your discussion, what's happening inside the PokeMMO community. First things first, we do have our catch events and stuff as per usual, as a little bit of a sneak peek, but that's okay. Our catch events upcoming as per usual. We do have 2 catch events right now coming up. They're both fantastically useful, pragmatic catch events. Both of these shiny Pokemon are literally used by every single type of player. So on the 30th of January, Friday at 4 p.m. ET, Route 113 in Hoenn, you have a spin to catch event where you can catch Spinda for +2, Slugma for 0, Sandshrew for -3, and then a shiny Spinda is up for grabs. This is one of the most used utility Pokemon for catching alpha Pokemon. You will have to use, unfortunately, 3 prismatic pearls. It's going to cost you 1 million Pokeyen, which I know is not cheap, but it's probably worth it to have a contrary still swap Spinda, right? Shiny Spinda to be able to use for all of your alpha catches. People use this to catch alpha Pokemon, contrary still swap Spinda. It's very, very powerful. It reverses their unique alpha ability of raising all their stats whenever you fail a Pokeball. It instead will lower all of their stats, making the catch way more easier. Next up, the big Breloom catch event. This is like the really fucking important one, guys. If you only have time for one event, go to this one, man. It's going to be so competitive. It's a super great way to get a free shiny. One of the best shinies in the game. One of the most hunted, as well as a very, very long, 1,000-hour shiny hunt. This is on Sunday, the 1st of February. At 3 p.m. ET, over in Petalburg Jail in Hoenn, you've got Shroomish for +10, Slackoth for +3, Trico for neutral. I would not catch Tricos and not lure for this event to increase your chances of winning. Poochyena -10, Zigzagoon -10, and then Nature Bonus is +5 for Adamant. There is a shiny Shroomish up for grabs for this event, which this is a 1,000-hour shiny hunt on average. Not only do you get a 1,000-hour, on average to hunt shiny, you also get it with PvP or like really, really good IVs for utility. The 2x31, you can do a 3x31 on this thing. 31 HP, 31 attack, 31 speed, and then put whatever moves, whatever nature, whatever other. It's really, really powerful. Everybody could use this Shroomish, man. It is going to be a competitive event. And then next up, I'm proud to announce this is a community held event by Cerulean, who's trying to get a little more love and a little more attention thrown towards VGC. Really cool PvP game mode that came out pretty recently in PokeMMO. They switched the doubles format over to the VGC style, where you take 6 Pokemon and then you pick 4 to actually go into the fight with, which makes things a lot more fast-paced, makes things a little bit more interesting, and also allows you to have different modes on your team, like Trick Room active, not Trick Room, anti-Trick Room, sand. Maybe you have a sand version of your team, a rain version, versus not weather up, weather down. You can do a lot of really interesting things. So this person is hosting a tournament, or a long-term, not one tournament, a long-term like season of tournaments, where essentially it'll be 3 months long, this like season, right? And then each month we'll have 3 PvP tournaments, 3 individual tournaments. You want to go ahead and join their Discord. You can find this post. It should be hopefully linked in the description. If it's not linked in the description of this video, you call me one funny, goofy name in the comments. That's your permission, okay? Unofficial events, under unofficial events over in the general chat on the official Discord. You want to join their Discord, you want to go check out what's going on, and he talked about the extra details. There is a special rule, and I respect having, I think doing this is kind of, it shakes things up. You may not change your team or items between battles. What you bring must be used the whole tournament. Might be kind of a hot take. I kind of like this. I like it for some tournaments, not for all, and I'm not a PvP player, so does my opinion really matter here is a really valid question. I think like counter picking and counter teaming is a really skill based thing, but sometimes it is done in such an annoying way, or it's so aggressive to where it's kind of frustrating, as well as you may not have the resources. Like if you're a newer player in VGC, you may not have a full box of 60 VGC Pokemon to counter pick your opponent, so it can be a little frustrating. I respect this being a rule in some tournaments, but not all, kind of thing. And I'm curious what other PvP players think on that rule. The first tournament out of this, like, you know, if it's 3 tournaments a month for 3, it's 9 tournaments in total. The first one is going to be on February 1st 2026 at midnight ET, Pewter City, Kanto, north of Brock's Gym on Channel 3. There are some Pokeyen prizes up for grabs, but I think the real thing is just trying to get into the Grand Championship. I think that's what they're shooting for. Is if you, let's see, do anyone remember on the final for the 9th tournament, it provides a greater prize. It is only accessible to the highest rated challengers of the given season. That's the big thing. So make sure to play enough tournaments of this long-term season to be able to play in the 9th tournament, and that's what I'm really excited to see. So hopefully we'll see this VGC tournament, this big Stadium Grand Championship, have more success. Good luck to Cerulean, and shout out to Cerulean for hosting something like this just for the community. I think it's really, really cool to see. All right, next up, I want to shout out, dude, this was I love the trading shop, the trading corner over on the PokeMMO forums. Very nostalgic to me. Before the GTL, this is where all trading, either this or the trade chat in the game, right? People sleep on the fact, like, I played prior to the GTL. Prior to the GTL, everyone had a forum shop. I used to have an old forum shop where you could go buy like random little breeders and random little Pokemon, you know, and or I would sell things like in trade chat. It was a lot of fun. It was really cute. It's a cool. The GTL is better, don't get me wrong, but it is nostalgic for me. But there are still reasons to use the trade corner over on the forums, and this guy is a good example. This guy is collecting 2013 shinies. And when I tell you that I fucking gasped out loud when I saw this collection, this is insane. This is a crazy impressive, like, this is, you have the amount of Pokeyen, the amount of time it must have taken. I love old shinies like this. I don't collect as much as I, you know, maybe should, but why, you know, it's insane. This is expensive. This is crazy. He literally has 44 2013 shinies. Like, I can't, like, this is probably more shinies than anyone owned in the game in 2013. Like, one person. Like, this is insane. No, I would bet money that nobody had 44 shinies in 2013. Maybe 1 to 3 people, maybe the rich. But even then, like, this is insane. 44 2013 shinies is just like so much. And that Cacnea. Cacnea is a rarer 2013 Pokemon. This is insane. If we go check the GTL right now, let's go see. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2013 Pokemon up for sale right now. Cheapest one's about 8 million. Most expensive 30 million. And these are all like kind of common. Like, Haunter is kind of common, even though it was like really cool back in the day, because that was one of the best spots to EV train special attack. The way people used to EV train special attack was running back in Lavender Tower and killing Ghastlies and Haunters one by one. There were no hordes back then. It was very, very, I used to say, dude, I literally would spend like 12 hours EV training a few Pokemon. Like, it was a long journey. And the encounters, the people talk about like the slow animations now. If you're used to like ROM hacks and stuff, the animations are like 2 to 3 times faster these days than what they used to be in 2013. They used to be way slower. The like battle animations, as well as the encounter rate in Lavender Tower was really slow because you could only walk, number one, and the encounter, your odds of getting encountered in that like that little fog or whatever was way less. Like, it's crazy how much Pokemon is a much better game these days. I love reminiscing on 2013 or older Pokemon because it was very nostalgic. It was a very fun time in a lot of ways, but modern Pokemon is much better is what I'll say. Much better game, but I love reminiscing on some 2013 Pokemon. Anyways, I thought that collection was insane. So shout out to that guy. That was Jesta. That's a crazy impressive 2013 shiny collection in my opinion. All right, next up, we've got the achievement showcase. Shout out to Ito, who got his first ever shiny Pokemon in PokeMMO, and his first ever shiny is a 2x31 shiny Ditto. That's up there, man. That is a really, 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 really good first shiny. He's in chat right now, I think. Dude, what's up, man? If that's the same Ito, congratulations. That's an insane shiny, man. insane shiny. Congratulations, dude. Next up, someone got another first shiny in PokeMMO. They were just completing the Pokedex. They were 36,000 encounters deep though while completing the Pokedex, so they must have done some hunting prior, like a lot of EV training, XP training. Really cool to see. 36,000 encounters, got themselves a shiny Machop while just going for complete Pokedex. Congratulations over to Green Viper. Next up, this guy was hunting for Surskit for a super long time. Even though the in-game encounter doesn't have all of it. I'm assuming he started the hunt prior to the official encounter counter being added. That's my guess, right? And he talked about, like, for years his goal was to reclaim all of his childhood shinies in PokeMMO. I think that's really, really wholesome. He was on dinner status for 110,000 encounters on and off shiny charm, and he finally broke the streak and got himself that. I think shiny Surskit is also super underrated. The little, like, black water spider, that, in my opinion, that's cool. And then also shiny Master Rain. If you don't know, Master Rain is, like, really, you know, not everybody loves the super colorful shinies. It's kind of similar to, like, Drudagon, I guess. I really like shiny Master Rain. I really like Surskit, the little black water. I think it's underrated, little black water spider. Now, but I understand if Surskit's not your cup of tea. Master Rain, like, come on, this is sick. This is a cool, you know, I think Surskit and Master Rain are both underrated shinies. Check them out if you are interested. All right, next up, Nakarok got himself 3 shinies in one day. One of my favorite, you know, accomplishments I've ever had. To see someone else get it is fucking amazing, and to see every single shiny he got 3 shinies in one day. All of them had 31 speed. It's weird to see. It's weird. It's strange. It doesn't really mean anything, but it's cool. You know, congratulations to you, Knack. Really neat to see, man. 3 shinies in one day is fucking impressive, man. That is like an all-time shunting career moment. Congratulations. And then next up, Clutch the God finished his Larvitar shiny hunt. He went 5 phases for the Larvitar, which I think was about average, but it's a really tough, like, that's fucked up that that's average. That's a really hard shiny hunt, you know? Going for Larvitar is a very, very tough shunt. I've seen people go 9 phases, 8 phases, phaseless, you know? Really cool to see him get it after 5 phases. And when he got the Larvitar, look at this. When he finally got the Larvitar, Jolly Nature, 20 plus in every single stat. 24 attack, 29 speed, insane. Someone said, what do phases mean for hunting? I need to do a video like on, I had that question a lot recently. It's a great question. I need to like do a full video on it, I think, because it's been asked so much. A phase generally is a shiny you get on the way to a target shiny that you could have hunted in a better method. That's like the prop. Like, some people will just say, oh, it's a shiny you get on the way to a shiny. Yes, I think that's a fine enough definition. I would add on to it, it is also a shiny that could have been hunted via better means or other methods. Good example, you know, like, good example is the Larvitar shunt. The Larvitar shunt, it's a 20% chance to see Larvitar, 40% chance to see Graveler, 40% chance to see Onyx, right? There are other spots in the game where you can get 100% Onyx encounters, 100% Graveler, but there's no other spot for Larvitar. That's the 20% is the best spot for Larvitar. So on average, you end up with 4 phases on the way to your Larvitar, 5 shinies in total. And those shinies, like, you could, if you really, really wanted Graveler, you could have just gone and hunted them a different way. Same with like Onyx or whatever. But that's also like, that's the tough of the shunt. And I think it's kind of a good thing because it makes you get more shinies, you get like more shinies along the way, and then also it adds a little more variety. I think it's cool, you know. I like it, but or like single encounters over at like Shroomish and Petalburg Woods. Another good example. A common fail at Petalburg Woods is Poochyena, right? If you wanted a shiny Poochyena, you could just go Time-Swipe Horde Mightyena and breed it down. That would take you 30 hours versus the 100-hour hunt of single encountering, right? So that's the phase explanation. Now okay, I had to leave this one for last because I think it's a hard one to follow. Shout out to this guy who literally was shiny hunting while fucking deployed for his country's military. I'm not here to, comment on that, but that's it, dude. Congratulations. Fucking, it's an insane story. Basically the TLDR is in 2025, he got deployed for his military. And he is an engineer who fixes planes, right? And then whenever he wasn't fixing planes, whenever he wasn't working hard on the job, he was shiny hunting. And he, on top of that, he had to like keep paying for data. Like, he had to pay like $300 for internet data so that he could shiny hunt while he is out there serving his country while fucking fixing planes while playing PokeMMO. Like I think this is fucking crazy. He was like, I would like to add that this might be the most expensive time swipe horde shunt in the game because technically he had to pay so much money to like re-up his internet. But I think it's a really cool story, man. I think it's a really cool story. Much love to him. Congrats to him. I think naming it after the location to where he was deployed. I think this is really fucking cool, man. Congrats to him. Congrats. I think it's a really cool story. So just congratulations to Stein on your shiny. Thanks for your service, man. Wherever it may be, dude. Much love to you, man. Next up on an easier topic, we do have the Streamathon coming up this Saturday. That's in like 2 days. If you're watching the stream recap, it might be. Hopefully it's not past. It might be the stream recaps kind of got a little bit I'm a little bit behind on schedule. I have too many videos. I know, caught, right? But the Streamathon is coming up to celebrate 75,000 subscribers, as well as to have a bunch of incentives or whatever to call them, incentives or forfeits. I don't know what's the right word, but if you guys want to come watch the stream on Saturday and subscribe, you can make me do a bunch of funny stuff is the best way to put it. I'll play some randoms games, we'll do some shunathons, we'll give away some Pokemon, some prize box things, some shiny charms, some funny YouTube videos. I'm excited to do this one's probably one I'm the most excited for. As everybody knows, I'm terrible at art, and that's the joke. I love the idea of doing personal MS drawings for people in chat. It would be really, like, MS Paint would be a lot of fun. A movie night. This is the one I'm dreading the most that I hope we don't get up to, but we'll see how it goes. Eat beans on toast while listening to Brits on top. So there's a lot of fun stuff on here. We will just have to see how it plays out, and I should hopefully be hitting 75k subs, which is once again insane pretty soon. But thank you guys for watching another daily PokeMMO stream recap. Let's go ahead and get into it. Play the game, answer questions from chat, and play the game that we all love. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys with the next clip. Someone actually asked a great question. Why do they not make the harder to catch Pokemon worth more points for the catch events, the Trico thing, right? The reason they actually don't, they often do that. The reason Trico, I didn't know this until like I think a few months ago. I saw a community manager or some staff members talk about this. They don't like to add species bonus to the Pokemon that are only appear in lures. And it's a way for them to keep things a little more even for players who don't want to pop lures during catch events, which often popping lures is not effective during catch events anyway, because those double encounters are a little bit slower than just single encountering and like nest ball or quick ball. But the staff confirmed like they don't like to add species bonuses to lure only Pokemon. They try to avoid that whenever possible. So that's the real reason for the Trico thing. Great question. Dude, shout out to Fly Happy for linking me this. This is a fantastic, in my opinion, Jimmy Run chart. I always say nowadays, like literally just there's so people say, what Jimmy Run are you doing? I was like, should I do that run? And I usually say like, I don't really recommend the run that I do nowadays too much. I do, but like I don't. It's one of those things. I do the most brain dead, basic, chill Jimmy Run in PokeMMO. And for me, that allows me to do it every single day, right? It's really important to pick a Jimmy Run that you can do almost every day, if not every day, and stay consistent. Consistency is way more important than like most of like peak efficiency, right? I have seen so many people build the most efficient Jimmy Run, try to go super hard, burn out in 3 days, and then quit the game or quit doing Jimmy Runs altogether, right? So like I think it's really important to pick a sustainable Jimmy Run that's enjoyable to you. I really enjoy the brain dead one, which is the double type flosion strat. But I love this chart that goes over, do you want to not use your brain? Try the double type flosion strat. But you'll only do like 21 gyms or so per hour. Do you want to use a little bit of your brain? 7 hells. They have the RNG, 24 to 29 gyms. Use more brain, Tempest Explosion. Use more brain, become a record holder, level up Pokemon. I think this is a fantastic chart, a great way for people to find what Jimmy Run is best for them, which is the best thing I like to recommend these days. Is there are so many options, and no option is really wrong. It just comes down to whatever works best for you, whatever you're looking for. And to counteract like the sustainability argument, or I guess like in a different way, for some people, a brain dead Jimmy Run is going to be so unfun and monotonous and like, not in fun, where like they would rather do an efficient, higher engaging Jimmy Run, and that will make them actually be more sustainable. So it's just everybody's different. Just find the run that works for you. Some people prefer that. Like if going for the world record every day keeps you engaged and interested and invested in doing your run, that's amazing. Like whatever helps you do your Jimmy Run, that's really what it comes down to. Yeah, no, someone asked, I think a big question on people's minds right now is, will we see another new legendary Pokemon in a Lunar New Year event in PokeMMO? They literally just did. They just added Cresselia in Xmas and then Meloetta in Cresselia in Halloween, Meloetta in Xmas, right? I would be really, I don't know though. I'd be shocked but impressed, but could also see it happening. I guess it's hard to predict. Will we see a three, like, will a new permanent raid being introduced 3 events in a row would be really impressive, in my opinion. How many active raids are there outside right now? Outside of events, there is Heatran, Cresselia, Meloetta. 3, I think. There's 3 permanent raids right now in PokeMMO. And then once the Lunar New Year event is here, I did full prep guides for these. Go watch those. But once the Lunar New Year, I think there's 12 Lunar New Year event raids, and then the Shaman raid. We'll see Shaman back, of course, most likely, I assume. In terms of a new permanent legendary raid, it has been teased by the devs before. They've talked about Victini and Mew are the 2 most likely to be added permanent legendaries from what we've seen. There is like if people want the Lake trio, there are the easy ones, Uxie, Mesprit, the Reggie trios, you know, Reggie Rock, like those Pokemon will present no problem to the balancing, that it's all probably fine. But the interesting ones, in my opinion, are like, I think Mew and Victini could be like pretty crazy for the meta games. They could really shake things up in terms of PvP and PVM, and hopefully not be too broken. But I honestly, I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know. I'm really, in terms of what I was pretty confident we would see permanent new legendaries added for Halloween and Xmas, but now that we've already seen 2, I don't know if we'll see a new one for. I'd be kind of impressed if we do see a new one. I think we'll see. I do think we'll see some big side update during the Lunar New Year event. I'm hoping it to be an economic or market one, something, a legendary sync, an alpha sync, an alpha, something. I'm really hoping we see something like that. Yeah, to be fair, I didn't even mention the Swords of Justice, Cobalion, Virizion, Terrakion. The only one that really could be broken out of those 3 is Terrakion. That is it fighting rock or fighting, Pokemon's to be quite strong. However, I think Smooge, fellow PokeMMO PvP content creator, really talked me into it, and we had a really good discussion just in chat. I'd love to actually, if Smooge is, I'd love to voice chat with him. Really good discussion about how, like, Terrakion is just so one note and so predictable that he doesn't think, and I kind of agree with him now, I like to just learn from the experts, he doesn't think he would be broken because he's just so, like, you have less variety and less options when it comes to his move pool is not that crazy. He kind of just does one thing, which is like choice star for choice, you know, life orb or choice band, and he just attacks. He's a really strong physical attacker with good typing, right? I always say, like, the reason why Garchomp is so good in PokeMMO is because Garchomp does it all. It can be a sacrifice lead with Focus Sash and Stealth Rocks. It can be, look at how many tanky Garchomps. Like, it can be Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, Impish and go defensive. It can go special defensive and go, you know, careful. It can go Life Orb and be like a Home Claws sweeper. It can be Dragon Gem Draco Meteor mixed attacker, which is terrifying. It could be Choice Scarf. It could be, you know, sometimes you'll see Choice Band, not in this metagame, but sometimes you'll see Choice Band Garchomp pop up. Like, the fact that Garchomp, whenever you load up against a Garchomp, you're like, oh fuck, which one is this one, you know? You have to, like, look at their team composition and try to predict. That's what makes Garchomp so good. And so, you know, he's like, it seems to be balanced, like, with his win rate, but I don't know for sure, but like, he's so good because he does so many things, whereas Terrakion, being very one note, is a lot easier to counter, you know, in a lot of ways. But to counterpoint that, sometimes there are Pokemon that are still very one note, but are still just so strong that it's too much. Example being Sharpness Gallade. Sharpness Gallade just did so much damage, and it had priority to both Shadow Seeker, to be fair. And even with Gallade, you did have to worry about, is this thing Choice Scarf or Choice Band, or is it Life Orb Swords Dance? Like that, so in like Shadow Sneak. So there was a little bit more variety with Gallade, but I think Terrakion would hopefully be similar, or I don't know. We'll have to see though. I'm no PvP expert. I'm just talking, but I'm curious to see. I'm at the point where it might be nice to see a little bit of a shake up in the Pokemon metagame. And I think on that note, that is going to be the place to end it. I've not been getting many encounters recently, but it's been a chill time in Pokemon. We're kind of just hanging out, taking it day by day, step by step, and looking forward to the future. Looking forward to that Lunar New Year event upcoming, and that Streamathon coming up this Saturday. check it out, guys. Once again, I will see you later. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found something helpful out of today's stream recap. Like it if you did, dislike if not, subscribe for daily Pokemon videos. I do upload every single day. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below, and if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, you can save them. Hey, save those Twitch subs until the Streamathon so you can make me eat some beans on toast. Okay, we'll have some fun with it. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Have a good one. But for now, peace Reno, fellas. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here. I wanted to take this second to say thank you so much for watching the entire video. It is thanks to people like you I'm able to make the content that I do, as well as everybody whose name is listed here. That's it for me. Have a fantastic day.